Hi everyone, I'm Manvi and welcome to Passionate People. I've got to be honest, you guys, I've only recorded the podcast twice as yet. I recorded it outdoors, and okay, it's hardly enough to call it a habit, I know, but somehow I'm so used to that amazing setup I did both my previous recordings in. Like, it was late evenings and the quiet calm, especially after the sunset and with a gentle breeze in the background. It just felt so right. And I'm maybe just so used to how good it felt, and I was so tempted to step out and record this the same way, but I'm home now. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do it for the future episodes. Anyways, just felt like sharing that. Let's not get distracted. Okay. In our previous podcast, we discussed fragmentation and how the creative world is scattered across silos. Yes, I know how to pronounce that now. Um, how brands feel disconnected and creators feel so exhausted. So, today I want to talk about what I think is the antidote to all of that. It is the growing importance of micro communities. And once you actually get to know why they matter, everything about Conscious Club will click into place. So, what is a micro community? It is a small, focused group of people who actually come together around a shared passion or a shared craft. Not like a million followers staring at, one feed or a reel. It's actually people who come together around a shared vibe, a shared aesthetic, people who actually get each other. And the reason that they are blowing up right now is because people are so exhausted by noise, by years of scrolling through content, and somewhere in that exhaustion we are all craving for something all these big platforms are not offering, and that is depth. I mean, think about it. For example, when Barbie movie came out in 2023, it wasn't just a film. It was literally like a cultural moment. Strangers all over the world showed up to cinemas dressed in pink. Um, I remember I used to like read about it and get so enthralled by all the all the articles and all the news and all the pictures and everything. Um, People who had nothing in common suddenly had something in common, and that was a micro community forming in real time around a shared vibe. I can actually give you so many more examples, but I'll be writing about all of them in detail on our stories page. So I will leave the link in the bio if you want to dive in deeper into what micro communities are, and how Conscious Club is getting into the forefront of that. But the point is that people just don't want to consume anymore. They want to belong. Now, here's where it actually gets interesting for creators. On the big platforms, you're essentially alone in a crowd. You post, and then you hope the algorithm will pick you up, and maybe you will get some likes from perhaps random strangers you might actually never even interact with again. There's no real system connecting you to other creators who actually share your same passion or your craft or the same vision. Micro communities fix that. So when you're in a space where everyone cares about the same thing, so whether it be illustration or storytelling or design or writing or music or culinary arts, the collaboration is different, the conversations are different. Imagine the kind of creativity that would be oozing out of spaces like that. We have these conversations and micro communities on Conscious Club. There, um, a musician can walk into an illustration community and find, say, like a visual artist for their album cover, or a filmmaker or a video maker can actually find a composer who's never really scored a film before, but they sing or they make the kind of music exactly the kind of music or tune that the filmmaker or the video maker is looking for. Now, let me quickly get um, in touch with the brand side of this, because that also matters. So, brands like Nike and Crocs and Elf Beauty and so many other brands are also, already noticing the shift. They're deprioritizing mass social reach and investing heavily in community depth, because they've realized that it's not more reach that's going to convert. Um, it's it's the deep engagement with the right community, whether it be a smaller focused group or a micro community that's that will help them get to places that is where the real magic happens. So, to wrap this up, micro communities are not a trend. They are what happens when people stop shouting into the void and start looking for rooms where someone actually listens. And that's exactly the kind of space we are building at Conscious Club. It's a space where creative communities happen naturally, where your discipline connects you to people who actually get it, and where it's your work that does the talking. It's absolutely free to join, and the link is in the bio. And we are still early, still building, still shaping this alongside you guys, the lovely community. So, if any of this resonates, I would love to welcome you all to come and be a part of it. This is not like a, come and use the finished thing kind of an invite. It's more like a come and build with us kind of an invite. I'm I will leave you all with a quote from Helen Keller this time, that really stuck with me. She says, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And I think that says everything. Thank you all for staying with me, and I hope to see you all in the next one.